Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Think of all that time. Every wait in the winter. All those hours no one else saw. Every sprint in the summer. Every sacrifice. Early mornings on the levee. Late nights in the film room. Bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road. Every moment of ecstasy. Every moment of doubt. Years wondering. Is it all worth it? It's all led to this. Man, I got this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time. Caveman on the line. HG got the stats.
No filters, no suits, just facts on blast.
He seems like no nonsense guy. Like
re-emphasize that for the Saints fans out there on TikTok. Caveman. What did you just say?
The rebuild starts right now.
Marshawn
Lattimore's gone, so the defense, like we're not getting any better.
To the left, got the edge and grind. We break it all
Get it into
down
Smith.
like
What a pass! That's it! Danielle Smith with the game winner! Oh my goodness!
And that is why you have Aaron Fry pass the ball in.
We roar from the base to the backfield floor. No filters, no fake control. We
So really, like you have you have the best quarterback in the league, arguably, the best wide receiver in the league, and you've got the best edge rusher in terms of total sacks in the season. You're 4-7, and your playoff chances are hanging on by a
HG on deck, stats loaded and primed. Reading the field.
Let's make it interesting.
We're making it interesting. Come on. Give us the freaking one.
Breaking down ball like a heat wave blade.
Oh, let's go! Oh, no. Put him in there. Did not put him in there.
We see through the hype. Call out the Warriors.
So don't you go saying that you're never going to see that. You're such a hater.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
You are looking live at Till the Final Whistle, everybody. We are back with another episode. Man, thank you everybody for joining us yesterday for our Veterans Day special of the Football Frenzy. Saints got a dub. Broncos got a dub. Week 11 has passed, but we still got a Sunday night game to cover, and one team may have missed out a little bit on the trade deadline. They got one guy in these positions, but he's not one of the greatest as well. Chargers traded with the Saints for Trevor Penning. Got to be one of our worst offensive linemen. We kind of saw it. He wasn't starting on Sunday. Saints had much more clean pockets, man. But they won against the Steelers on Sunday night. Defense was getting after the quarterback all day. Aaron Rodgers under pressure, under duress. HG, what are your thoughts on that game?
Well, that Brian Park, thanks for tuning in. My thoughts on this is that you're mentioning the Chargers not making the most of the trade deadline. I really think the Steelers did not make the most of the trade deadline. They need another receiver. DK Metcalf is like just getting all sorts of double teams and bracket coverage on him. They can't get him the football. This offense just had no verticality to it. And yeah, we're seeing some of the Rodgers that was with the Jets last year
Because it's garbage.
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities and inaccuracies. Didn't seem super comfortable back there. Whereas Herbert, he's just seeing a lot of pressure, and despite that, still delivering pretty well. It was just it's one of those games where like this, it's classic Steelers football too. They like bog it down, and I mean it's the defenses are both playing really tough, throwing haymakers that way, and it's like who's going to get that big play? And eventually, that came from the Chargers with Ladd McConkey. They got a good drive, and then they get the ball back. They hit a big play to set them up in a nice situation. That was ultimately the difference here. But yeah, Pittsburgh, just when the defense starts playing well, the offense just disappears. They can't ever have both at the same time.
Never. They really can't.
Yeah. But I really think Pittsburgh would benefit from having another wide receiver. That's a legitimate threat alongside DK Metcalf. Like imagine if, I don't know, just like I'm throwing out a random name here. Like what if like George Pickens was on this team with DK Metcalf? Wouldn't that would be something interesting,
That'd be kind of dangerous.
I feel like that would be a really lethal combination, those two,
And you get even more verticality. Throw in the speed of Calvin Austin with those names as well.
Yeah.
Pretty solid room.
It's too bad that
solid group.
George Pickens being on the Steelers team was never a possibility. It's crying shame.
Should we take a look at the Chargers offensive line? Because man, does Herbert need some help.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Bradley Bozeman, PFF ranked 36 of 36. He'll be your center tonight. Let's go to Trey Pipkins III. Oh, no. He's your right tackle. He'll be the 35th out of 36 right tackles in the entire NFL. And don't you worry, Mekhi Becton Sr. here. You think that actually says 38 of 37. He's close. It's 36 of 37. When we talk about ass, we mean this offensive line here. Austin Deculus. He is 38.
My gosh.
I mean, how do they have like all the bottom tier rated offensive linemen? Dude, like Bradley Bozeman, Mekhi Becton, like Trey Pipkins, like those guys have been like quality starters the past couple of years too. They're just playing terrible.
Having bad years.
This year.
It's rough.
Yeah, Trevor Penning's very confusing trade to add to this offensive line rotation if that's your plan there. I almost feel like they just wanted to get some more options, but they weren't really willing to give up a whole lot. And, Penning was the one of the better options, despite not great play from him over his career.
I don't even think he really got any time. I didn't expect him to really, because you just got traded and you're coming into play right away.
Right.
Wouldn't expect too big of a role instantly.
It's probably not the defensive front to take on a short week where you're unfamiliar with the offense and maybe not as confident with blocking schemes and assignments and all that type of stuff. So it makes sense. I wouldn't want that guy to be in charge of stopping TJ Watt and Cameron Hayward and Alex Highsmith.
No, that would be rough. That would be a rough time.
Derek Harmon there in the middle as well. He's had a pretty solid rookie season. Yeah, this was another ugly game, but it was of our 3 primetime games, it was probably the best of the 3. That was like there was at least some action to it, some turnovers and a few big plays here and there. We got some points in it, so it wasn't a complete wash. But man, they really went 0 for 3 on the primetime games this week, and it's not looking like a good sign for the coming week of primetime football games if we're going to start it off with the Jets leading the way. That just
it's Jets Patriots, right?
Yeah, that just doesn't seem like a great idea.
We're just gonna watch a blowout. I mean, that's better than nothing, right?
Patriots will be fairly entertaining, I suppose.
It'll be one side of the ball is going to be really good, and the Jets' offense is just Wisconsin. We were talking about that yesterday. Their punter, they could run a fake punt and have more positive passing yards than Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And you might as well try it, right? This is the type of game Jets run a crazy flea flicker, pulling out all stops. You know what I mean? But the Patriots are probably going to beat them down.
Right. Well, I don't have a ton of confidence in the Jets' run defense against Travion Henderson. Man, I wish I still had that guy in fantasy. I had to cut him though and pick somebody else up. And now, of course, it took Ramondre Stevenson getting hurt. Not him fumbling 38 times this season. It took him getting hurt to finally start giving this running back with incredible breakaway speed the football.
It helped me out in the league. It was the one time that he wasn't on my bench when everyone else was on bye. I was able to draft him pretty late. At least it auto drafted him pretty late in that one. So I'm happy with it. Well, should we move on to the NBA? Because we've had a lot of firings happen in the NFL this season already and in college. We just had a GM of the Mavs, Nico Harrison, almost a year too late, 9 months after that February 2nd day of this year, man. Luka goes to the Lakers. You get Anthony Davis. He's played 14 regular season games for you since the trade. So that's awesome. Cooper Flagg was your point guard for the first 7 games of the season. That wasn't working out. You pulled the plug, got D'Lo in. That wasn't working. And now you have Brandon Williams running your one. You're 3-8, and the Mavs are one of the lowest rated offenses in the entire NBA. They're just barely ahead of the New Orleans Pelicans. That's where the Mavs are right now.
Really?
The start of the season, man. It's been a rough going. I mean, why? The question kind of hangs out. It's like, why fire him now? You were able to get that draft lottery win at least. Kind of got lucky there. Could have seen what Nico was going to build, but at the same time, like this situation where you're at right now in the season, you might as well just fire him.
Dude, and like you got to just be sick that like you don't have Luka. I'm looking at what his stats are on the Lakers. Dude, he's averaging 37, 9, and 9.
Yeah, nearly a 40-point triple-double.
Oh my God. That's in 7 games played. Wow. I can't believe he's not top 5 in the MVP discussion right now, too. That's that's heinous to me. I mean, like, dude, like when old man Braun gets back, if he can keep up the way he's been playing the past few seasons and be like a 20-point average or 24-point average type of player, I mean, this squad is going to be kind of dangerous. I wonder. DeAndre Ayton is the only thing that is the only question mark for me. He's very like all over the place. He balled out against the Blazers, but he's been kind of just mid tier to below mid tier for the rest of the season. But Luca, AR, and Jake LaRavia. Yeah, I think I saw their nicknames like Trace Loches or something. They're those three are balling out. I mean, Luca and Reeves are both averaging 30 or more points a game. That's pretty impressive. So I wonder if there's like a minimum games played here. I'm looking up the leaders in the NBA now. I think there's a minimum amount games played for you to qualify, like at least 8. Is that why Luca's not up here?
I think that's why it's at least 10. I think.
Well, because they got 10. I think it's at least 8 because you got like Reeves in here who's played 8 games, and somebody else. Norman Powell on the list that playing 8 games. Jamal Murray's only played 8 games. Okay,
that makes sense.
They're in the top 50 there. All right, so yeah, I mean, so really he would be leading the league in scoring, or he'd be one of the top 5 if he qualified with the minimum number of games.
Yeah, he just needs one more game and he'll be there.
Basically, yeah, because Giannis is he's currently leading the league at 33.4. You got Shea up there at 32.8. Tyrese Maxey, man, he's been having an amazing season, 32.1. Not surprised to see Devin Booker up here. He's carrying a heavy load down there in Phoenix, that's for sure. Wow. All right.
Okay, where does the future even go for the Dallas Mavericks, though, man? Like, circling back to them real quick. I'm trying to look up right now their future draft picks here and see if they even own any of these picks. So they only have one pick this year that they own. Anything in the future is either via LA or via Philly. And it's all in like all the picks that they do own are in about 10 years.
Wow.
So if you're really a team that wants to make a move in the trade deadline, you trade away injured and kind of old Kyrie, older Klay Thompson, or older Anthony Davis. I mean, your roster is really old aside from Cooper Flag. So you either try to sell all your older players, which probably wouldn't get you that much, or you go and try to sell Flag at the trade deadline.
I can't. No, you don't sell Flag. I mean,
what even happens?
I think it's just another rough season. It's like a guy like can you get something for like Derek Lively?
That's an option.
Maybe Max Christie. He's kind of a young player who's got some upside as a solid role player. Oh man, like what about the PJ? Because I just like the other big names I'm thinking like Klay. Just the age is up. He's too up there to really pull you a lot. Maybe PJ Washington, you get something solid for. But like that's a guy you went out and got to like help Luka. And you traded in for him. They just don't have a whole lot there. I'm looking at Lively, maybe somebody you can ship. Christie, perhaps.
Why is Dante Exum on this team?
Najee Marshall, maybe. Dante Exum's on this team?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Making $2 million a year.
I don't think he's even played for him yet. Dude, this is a PJ Washington show. Oh, my goodness.
But if that's the only guy that's really playing like super well right now, then that's gotta who you'd think they'd shop.
Yeah. I mean, because like Flag's got he's got a ton of physical tools to be a really great player. So
Just doesn't seem like Jason Kidd even trusts him. They just pulled the plug 7 games into him, like trying to run the offense. I
yeah,
don't even know if he starts anymore.
like maybe they have the absolute worst offense in the league. The Mavericks do. They are dead last in points per game.
Yeah, it's like 104.5, right?
107.1.
Okay, it went up a little bit. Their per 100 possessions is like only 104 points.
God,
They're that bad.
Like near the bottom echelon of shooting. And I think of 3-pointers as well. Oh my God, they're the worst team at shooting threes. Yeah, this offense just has.
They have no point guard. They have no
really
one to
don't.
actually run the offense. Brandon Williams is a rookie, too. He's only 25. And who else you might have an option to throw in? You got D'Lo, and you got Ryan Nemhard, who's also a rookie. He's 22 years old.
You really, I mean, you kind of just whoever takes over is gonna need some time because this roster is in a peculiar spot.
So they need to. All those young guys honestly need to just play.
It's tough because you also feel like your back's up against the wall when you have like a player, a talent like Cooper Flag, that you don't want him to be stuck losing for too long because he's gonna want to leave. He's gonna want to go somewhere else. And it's like, what do you do to try to get him to stay? That's the question. All right.
That's rough for them.
I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Monday night in the NBA because it was sort of a crazy night. Like I'm going to start with one of the least crazy things that happened, and it's still just kind of wild. Was Grayson Allen popping off for 42 points in a home victory for the Phoenix Suns.
Killed. Oh my God.
Yeah, the Pelicans are getting killed out there. That's another team where it's like, man, you've got even less excitement here. Like Fears looks like he might be solid.
Derek Queen looks really nice too.
And I feel like Trey Murphy's going to get traded to. I think if Trey Murphy goes to a team that's in kind of contention that needs some shooting and some defense, and you kind of get like a haul for him. Maybe, yeah, like Trey, Sadiq Bey, or Herbert Jones. They're going to be a team that I think is looking to sell, and you're kind of looking towards your future. You've got Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, Jose Alvarado, Missy. Like try to build around there. And I wouldn't honestly be shocked too if maybe instead of those guys, Zion is on the table for the Pelicans.
Yeah. I've seen clips from back in those days, and the defense at the rim was extremely athletic, Charles. I agree. It was a really physical game, but I'd say it's a lot different now. You got to be a lot more of a perimeter defender nowadays.
Yeah.
The clips from those times as well, where
the explosion of the three ball makes it a lot tougher to play defense in the modern NBA because you have to be able to guard on the perimeter. If you can't do that, you're going to get killed out there. And it's a little like when nobody was shooting threes, it was a little easier to just muck up the interior, and if you're trying to get to the rim, it's really difficult, and you have to be a really creative scorer. Now it's like you can Yeah, I mean, if you could be leaving like the backup power forward open in the corner, and that guy's like a 39% three ball shooter, and so he's gonna burn you. And so you're gonna have to bring somebody out there to guard him, and then that's gonna leave a lane to the basket. Bit of the evolution of the game there. That was some of
Yeah.
analytics and everything taking in. It's like it was like guys taking like step back or like mid range shots at like 18 to 20 feet was around like a like low 40% uh type of conversion rate. And eventually people started to realize, if you can just get better at taking a step back and shooting a three, the percentage only goes down slightly, but the the amount of points possible that you can score really goes way up.
Because in the end of the day, that is the end goal, is to score more points than the other team.
And so you saw that was like the emphasis that just became so important on every player. It doesn't matter what position you play, like you have to be able to, and when you're like beyond the arc, you got to be able to be somewhat of a threat to step up and take that, and knock down a shot. It really just opens up the offense a lot.
And I'd say there is a lot of still like physical perimeter defenders that play defense hard, like Pelicans, for example. Herb Jones, really good on-ball defender, like really good, able to poke the ball and like reach in without getting that those fouls that everybody likes to talk about.
Yeah.
He's able to average a lot of steals while doing that. Same with Trey Murphy. There's a lot of guys on the perimeter that can defend the ball.
The best defenders in today's NBA too, like they gotta be like moving constantly. That's like it's a lot of, you have to like be quick to rotate.
That's what I was gonna say next. Sorry,
Yeah.
Go ahead though.
Yeah, but you just gotta like, it's a lot of being able to rotate quickly, close out, because the offense is gonna stretch you out, and so that's why it looks like guys are running up and down the court, is because you're spacing the defense out and forcing them to cover more ground,
Like that's
to come and defend.
The evolution, like the changing of the game, and like shooting the three ball more, it causes defenses to have to rotate, and it's just like a good defensive possession where everybody closes out on that shooter, and they're not like, the offense can't make that extra pass to the wide open guy. It's literally just them running from guy to guy on the defensive end, getting a hand up, or they're playing the lane and picking off the pass.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that's one of the most beautiful things about today's game. Watching a group that's able to rotate with the ball and find the open man and just continuously move with the pass and not have an open shooter. That's one of the most beautiful things about basketball now. I can't even lie.
And I don't think, like, whether you compare like 80s and 90s type of basketball and defense and offense versus today's game and more modern era, I don't think either's like better or worse. It's just like the type of defense you'd have to play with, like the ability of the players. Like a lot of those guys that came up into the 80s and 90s NBA, like when they're growing up playing basketball, like the 3-point line was probably invented while they were still kids. And like, as you're learning basketball growing up, like the emphasis on taking a 3-point shot just wasn't there as much. And so that was something that maybe wasn't as worked into their game. Whereas nowadays, like if you aren't working in a bit of a three ball into your shot as you go up through the ranks of basketball, high school, college, rec league, whatever it may be, it's a lot tougher for you to make it on there unless you're like a giant 7-footer who's got like great rim protection and rebounding possibilities. You know what, Caveman? Another crazy thing that happened Monday night. We got old James Harden hitting a triple double. He got 35, 10, and 11, but it was Vit Krejci popping off for the Hawks off the bench, scoring 28 points.
Let's go.
Helping lead them to a victory. No, what's his face? No Trae Young in this one, out with an injury. Just Kristaps Porzingis and Zachary Reich this year leading the charge, along with Jalen Johnson. And then Krejci just going crazy, was 8 for 10 from 3. And I kind of just an example here of like why it can be a little like why offense is more prevalent. It's just like, a guy like this guy, Vic Krejci, guard coming off the bench, is just because he's such a knockdown shooter.
Made 8 threes.
8 threes, and it just really put a ton of stress. This was a low scoring game, 105 to 102 as well. It just can put you in a lot of stress. Now that some of the real craziness, I'll skim over some other stuff that did happen. Ant 35-point night to take down the Jazz. Not too crazy there.
35, 6, and 6. What a night.
Mavericks got into a close one with the Bucks. 38-6 from Antetokounmpo. Cooper Flag had one of his better games as a pro, scoring 26, grabbing 9 boards.
Okay.
Victor Wembanyama handing the Bulls another loss. He had 38, 12, and 5 blocks in this one. We're gonna give Wemby some love because he's like just a type of player. Again,
5 blocks.
This archetype, we've just never seen something like this, man. Like he is. Like in this game, dude, he crossed up Vucevic, like up at the top of he at the perimeter, crossed him up, step back into a 3, money. At 704. Even if you don't get crossed like as bad as Vucevic did, like Vuce went down to 1 knee. Even if you don't get as crossed as bad as he did, like how do you legitimately impact that shot? He's 7'4. He's 7'5, really.
The only guy on the court that can affect the shot is Vucevic. He got chopped down.
Yeah. I don't know, man, what the league's going to do about this guy. Having De'Aaron Fox back in there, I think is just given it might open some more things up for Wemby. Again, like I like Fox as a scorer. As a point guard, he's not a great playmaker. And one thing that I've been noticing with the Spurs teams, dude, they are just missing some easy lob attempts to Wemby. Like what? Like I don't know, like if these guys just don't have the confidence or something, but like 7'5", I mean, just put it up high.
Put it up to him.
There's a good chance he probably gets it. Give him a shot. And then I don't know if I mentioned the Luka and Miles Bridges duel that was kind of going on in Charlotte. Lakers ended up getting a 10-point win, 38 for Luka, 34 for Bridges. But the 3 games that really had some craziness here: Pistons, Wizards, Magic, Trailblazers, Heat, Cavaliers. Some game winners and like last second game tying shots came in. Which one would you want to start with, man?
The Heat and the Cavs game, because that was crazy. Donovan Mitchell, 28 and 15 rebounds.
That's like one of the shortest
15
guys.
Rebounds.
One of the smallest guys out there. 8 assists as well.
And that game tying 3 was nuts.
Dude,
it was like horizontal shooting from the corner.
Hit it with 0.4 left to go. And despite that fantastic play by him, they let Andrew Wiggins get open on a back cut, and
he ran free.
He caught that was just a defensive breakdown, miscommunication. Somebody was not in the right place. Where I mean, you let this guy run right to the basket. He caught the lob on the inbound, threw it down right as the buzzer went off. Like that's just a lapse. Like something went really wrong there. I guess this Miami team, bro, they're kind of fun. Like Wiggins is a great addition to them. Bam wasn't even healthy in this one. He's been great this season, but yet Kelal Ware, 20 rebounds in this one to go with 14 points. Norman Powell free from the shackles of the Clippers, and Eric Spoelstra is really utilizing him well. He's having a good season. He's like He's up there in terms of top scoring players in the NBA. I believe he's like top 15, top 10, somewhere in there. He had 33 in this one. Jaime Jaquez is really starting to blossom into really like this is. I think this will be like a big breakout year for him. Where we're going to really see like the best type of player he's turning into, man. But 22, 13, and 7 in this one. Like he's just
Oh
gonna.
my gosh.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna see a number of triple doubles from Jaime Jaquez this year. I think you should
bench too.
Think you should be ready for that. And yeah, this to just put a little bit of a spotlight on this Heat offense is currently the number one offense in the league, averaging 125.5 per game. And my Denver Nuggets, though, shout out to them. They're up there, second best offense in the league, third best scoring defense in the league too.
You love to see it.
Only other team that's both top 5 in points per game and points per game allowed is the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the number one scoring defense and the fourth best scoring offense.
That makes sense, though.
I'm also just, bro. I'm just scrolling down some of these team leading lists. Nuggets second best field goal percentage by team in the league, fourth in the league in team rebounds. We are second in team point differential.
Let's go.
The only thing we're not a part of is the blocks per game leaders, and that's really because we don't have a true rim protector type player. We are like, I mean, I imagine, I don't think they have it on here. They don't have assists per game, but I imagine we'd be near the top as well.
They have bench points? Because I know we're averaging about 40 points per game, I think, our bench.
It does not look like it. Let me see if I can find, maybe if it's down the page a bit.
We were saying this off the air yesterday in the morning before we started the football frenzy, but is this the best? Is this the best bench unit in the Jokic era for the Denver Nuggets?
I think so. I think, and like, this is maybe a hot take, but I think this is even better than the one we had when we won the championship. I've seen, like, we've had games where Jokic has come out with like 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, and he doesn't come back until there's like 5 minutes left in the second. That's
rest him
a ton of time on the bench, and normally, like, and he's coming back in with the lead still. Like, the team is still up. I mean, it was like every time you had to sub him out, you just had to hope that and pray that it wouldn't collapse. And like now, you've got like something. You've just got a way better unit to stop things from falling apart when he's off the floor. Having an actual backup center is such a big thing too. Like, he was basically the only center on our team for such a long time. And Valanciunas has been fantastic. Dude,
wonderful. He was a wonderful signing, dude. That was the best move of the offseason for us. Other than, getting rid of MPJ.
Right. It was just getting rid of his contract opened up so much more for some free agency. Having Bruce Brown back is huge. He's shooting the three really great. Tim Hardaway Jr. has been lights out from three. Those, you can even have like Murray off the floor for a bit, and like those guys can hold it down as the point guard and ball handler. It's really good. Made some money to re-sign or extend Christian Braun, and he's playing like it. He's been really, really good here. And I mean, the results are showing up right now. As I mentioned, like, that team just has we're like top 5 in a lot of statistical categories as a unit.
It's a good start right now for us.
And hey, that doesn't mean Jokic has been worse by any means. It just means a lot has been taken off his plate. He's still doing a whole lot for the team. He's leading us in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. So he's still he's still a monster out there. He's averaging a triple-double right now also. So let's
go.
26, 13, and 11.
He still gets a triple-double. He still does his thing. He just doesn't have to play the entire game anymore.
Right. And I mean, there will just be nights where, if he is a little off, or in a game, or sometimes he can start be a little off to start the game. That doesn't just put us in an almost insurmountable hole. Other guys can step up, and he's averaging 26, but we have a number Murray's not far behind him with 22. Aaron Gordon's averaging 19. CB's averaging 12. Gordon's actually averaging 20, to be honest. Yeah. They're looking like a really dangerous team.
It's been fun to watch the Nuggets, man.
I know Cam Johnson hasn't really exploded on the stat sheet statistically, but I think he's just is a bit of a better fit. Because he's not like a player that's looking to score right away. That's not his tendency. That's not really his role or what, how he plays as a player. So that's he's looking to maybe get a rebound or pass the ball, keep it moving, So I think it just works a little bit better with how this team plays. Another team that made a big splash trade though in the offseason, finally maybe seeing some payout from it. Desmond Bane on Monday night burying a game-winning three-pointer with the score tied. This was also a crazy shot, he was kind of sideways, almost shooting it off of one leg.
It was like the Peter Griffin corner three.
Yeah,
fading away in the corner to the out of bounds line on the baseline.
Yeah, and he wasn't in the corner, but he was definitely not sunning with the basket. And he was deep from the top of the right key, or top of the right, just above the arc, and just buried it to go on to cap off a 22-point night. Yeah, for the Magic, it just hasn't really been working out for them. I thought they'd be a lot better. They're still a solid defensive team, but their big problem is I think Paolo still wants to be the primary ball handler, and I think they gotta get away from that some more. 28 points for Paolo in this one. Yeah, that was a crazy game-winning shot. And then, just because we're getting a little short on time here, the Blazers and the Pistons and the Wizards. This was an insane game. This one, I saw that it was the game that the only game they were playing on Peacock that night. And I was like, really, this is the one that got the cut? But man, did it not disappoint. You had Cade Cunningham with a 46, 12, and 11 triple-double, also 5 steals and 2 blocks. He did this on 45 shot attempts. 46 points on 45 shot attempts. It was not falling, but he kept at it. Got to the line 18 times, hit 16 free throws. CJ McCollum went off for 42 points. You had an Alex Sarr 15 and 15 double-double. Duncan Robinson, solid night shooting from 3. Jalen Duren with a 19-14 double-double. Javonte Green, 11 and 11 double-double. It was Dennis Jenkins off the bench hitting some big shots for him and hitting the game-tying shot to send this into overtime, where CJ went to take a shot to take the lead, and how well he was playing all night for his shot to just go off the side of the backboard there. In that situation, I was like, man, that's just peak Washington Wizards basketball right there.
They always go out in the worst ways, dude.
They do.
Pistons are red hot to start this season out 9-2.
Top of the East.
46, 12, and 11 triple-double from Cade. I mean,
yeah.
This guy's unheard of.
They're looking really good. Dude, that Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren pick and roll is looking nice. That's going to be a dangerous combination. Those guys have been pretty good together.
He's
all
like
year.
He's like Ben Wallace without the fro out there, dude.
Dude, for real.
Rolling to the basket.
And
I
like
know
a bit of an
Pistons fans are happy.
he's a bit of an undersized center as well, but he's like a great defender, and he just
gets up,
rolls
man. He's physical.
Roll into the basket, and he can low key kind of ball handle there too. I mean, he'd be dropping some dimes every now and again. Like he's got some vision for a big fella. But yeah, Pistons have climbed to the best record in the Eastern Conference. Them and the Cavs are top 4. I saw that coming. I thought the Hawks would be a little bit better. They've gotten off to a slow start. The Bulls for a while were looking good. They got off to a 6-1 start, but they lost 3 straight.
3 straight.
Kind of called that. I saw that coming. The Sixers cooled off a little bit. The team that's really surprised me, the Miami Heat are up here. I was, with how the season ended after Jimmy got traded and then the Terry Rozier gambling investigation, I just was worried that there was going to be too much, drama, and there was like an internal collapse going on there in that organization. But they have come out to a really good start this season. Like I said,
I think they got rid of the bad, honestly.
The best offense in the league. And yeah, I mean, kind of just a fresh start going for him here. That team's looking really.
I think they're
really
more
dangerous.
loyal guys, and they're more locker room guys are the ones that are still there. Honestly, Jimmy wanted out. Jimmy Butler wanted out too bad. He was the only reason that it was bad locker room then, was because he just wanted out.
Shifted over to some of the standings in the West here. Bottom feeders in the East, just to point out, Brooklyn, Indiana, Washington, all 1-10, man. Wow.
Those injuries really got the Pacers.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
On the West bottom feeders, not as bad, but Sacramento, Dallas, not having great years. New Orleans is looking pretty bad. LA Clippers are down there. And then the Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant, is he going to get traded? Where to? I don't know, but
I think he wants to. He's not playing. He's just not even trying.
What's a team that might benefit from a point guard? Orlando Magic, but they just gave up like 5 firsts for Desmond Bain, so they have no assets.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be their point guard
to trade for. Toronto maybe wants to make a splash. They're having a decent start to their season. I'm seeing a lot of buzz for him going to Minnesota, which I kind of see. Have Mike Conley kind of coming off your bench, and have John Anthony Edwards out there together.
That would be
something
interesting.
Those are 2 like really downhill slashing type of guards. Like they like to get to the cup and score. They can shoot, and they got a good mid range. But like those guys, you give them a lane, they are going to attack the basket downhill, which that would just be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, we would just see some crazy posters coming out of
that.
Those
would
things.
Be awesome.
I don't like the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're one of the Nuggets' biggest rivals. And even I got to admit, like that would just be some peak basketball.
That would be sick.
Some surprise teams here in the West. I mean, you got the Suns at 6-5 right now in playoff position. We'll see how that holds. The Jazz would be play-in position for the Suns. The Jazz would be one of your last teams in the play-in. The Warriors, Steph's been hurt, so they're about the middle of the road start. No hangover for OKC, 11-1 record. I believe they've played more games than any other team in the league, with 12 this season, and they're looking pretty good. Then you've got a couple of 8-win teams all behind them. You got the Spurs, the Nuggets, the Lakers, all having really hot starts to the season. And honestly, for the Lakers, I just see and the Spurs and the Nuggets, I just see it continuing as they, LA and San Antonio will get healthier, and if Denver can stay healthy, it's looking really good. We'll see if Houston and Minnesota can keep pace with those top 4 and fend off the teams behind them here as we go. But be interesting to see who's going to hand the Thunder their next loss. They're off to a red hot start. Well, we've been going for a while, Kevin. You want to go ahead and hit our first music break?
Let's do that. And when we come back, everybody, we got a little bit of NHL. We got a fight to show everybody that happened last night between the Capitals and the Hurricanes. And there is a lot of 7-footers in the Big 12 right now that are going off in college basketball. Colorado State, Arizona State, they've all got a guy. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay tuned.
Complicates and shakes you, consumes all that makes you deep inside your bones. In a moment, choose the things you want and remember who you are and who you want to be. An anonymous dream came calling deep inside your soul. Let it came with love and splendor, everything you owned. It's right there for us. Just take a chance. How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid to take it as it comes? How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid? Just desperately in love. In a moment, we become absorbent, open to all currents of electricity. An anonymous dream came calling deep inside your soul. Let it came with love and splendor, everything you owned. It's right here for us. Just take a chance. How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid to take it as it comes? How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid? Just desperately in love. Take my hand into the further. Let's go and fall forever. You take my hand into the further. Let's go and fall forever. How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid to take it as it comes? How does it feel to fall forever? Don't you know I'm not afraid? Just desperately in love.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at nbradio.us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the house till the final whistle. And let's get into a little bit of NHL coverage because last night, Capitals kind of beat down on the Carolina Hurricanes 4-1. But boy, do those Canes rally for their teammates, man. Last night, Frederick Anderson took a big shot got taken out on a goal attempt. It was kind of a dead play. They were about to get it out of the corner. It was a well defended shot. And he just got taken out. Canes responded then with a huge team brawl, but it just wasn't enough to get it done. 104-46 in your works pick 'em, Kyle. We are kind of lucky because you're on a roll right now in ours.
He's doing pretty good.
You've already almost caught up to me in our current pick 'em.
He does know how to pick him. I'll give him that.
That's right. Do you guys want to check out this team brawl real quick?
Yeah, let's get a look at this brawl.
This one, Anderson goes to knock it down, and then Anderson is run into by Dowd. And Walker has a few words, and Anderson not happy. He goes after Dowd, and now he's going after DeHane.
That's encouraging because it shows that Freddie Anderson's okay. And now Jackson Blake and Faravari. Look at these two.
And Stankoven will take Faravari. Stankoven dropping the mitts with Martin Faravari. Down the ice they go. They still come back up. A couple of rights from Stankoven. And another one. And he connects. Now they go down to the ice and the linesman will get in there.
And Anderson's being prevented.
Way to rally for your team right there. Way to rally for your team. This was early in the barrage of goals that came later on from the Capitals when it was only 1-0. But this game was honestly kind of even, well defended. Both teams had 5 power play opportunities, just a lot of giveaways and a lot of turnovers and missed opportunities from Carolina in this one. And they just couldn't get past the defense of Washington. This could have been one of those crazy high-scoring overtime games where we had, a few different fights, but Carolina just wasn't able to keep this game as close as they wanted to after their goalie took a shot.
Yeah, so I feel like there's a bit of bad blood on those two teams, like just from those two teams squaring off in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
I see that definitely saw that spilling out there as well.
They were just able to capitalize on all of the Hurricanes' mistakes. Shout out to Logan Thompson, the goalie, 30 for 31 for Washington. Had himself a night. Carolina led in shots as well, man. Weren't able to keep this one close. Lose to the 8-7 Capitals, who are on a pretty slow start, but could this lead to a little bit of a run? Ovechkin got himself a goal. Each goal is from a different player. So
they're definitely,
we'll see.
With how early it is, they're not out of it, but they'll need to pick up the pace a little bit. I mean, aside from this loss, Carolina and New Jersey have both been really good this season. I think Pittsburgh, I feel like they're close to getting hot and going on a crazy winning streak or something like that. I think we'll see that at some point from them this season. So they're going to have to put together one of their own if they want to go back to the postseason.
Avs got to be the team to beat, though.
They're right. Killing it right now. Well, Anaheim's having a great season so far, and the Avs dominated them last night. They put up 9 goals on Edmonton the other night. They've been really good.
Killing it.
But Dallas and Winnipeg, dude, the Central is so stacked because Winnipeg and Dallas are, again, having great seasons. They're right on the Avs' tail. The Blackhawks aren't too far back. I mean, the Wild and Blues were both playoff teams last year who could, are looking to return to form. The Mammoth, one of the newer, younger teams, is still having themselves a really solid season. I'll say, though, the Avs haven't lost at home in regulation. I think they've got 2 overtime losses at home, and they've only got 1 just straight up loss on the season that ended in regulation. So they're 11-1 that way.
We're gonna have to get out to a game one of these days, man.
You got Nathan McKinnon. He's leading with points this season. He's also got the most goals. He is second in plus minus, along with Arturi Lakonen and Kale McCarr, bro. Like 3 Avs are top 5 in plus minus this season.
You got some pretty successful teams aside from baseball. Colorado right now.
Dude, Scott Wedgwood,
Denver sports fan, right?
He's he got one of the top goals against averages in the league. He's top 5 in that regard. He's got the most wins by a goalie this season.
All right.
So, I mean, like on both sides of the ball, or puck rather, Avs are pretty complete over here. They're leading skating leaders with goals per game. And let's see what else they're up here in. Okay, so not as dominant as the Nuggets, but in goals per games and goals against per games, they're first in goals per game and goals against. They're second. So great offense matched up with great defense, man. This is exciting. Yeah, Colorado's been pretty dominant this season, this fall in sports. And the Rockies signed the guy from the Moneyball team, so that's exciting. I mean,
we'll take it.
Yeah, there's some good stuff going on
We'll take it
for the Rockies here.
That's not terrible.
Yeah,
that's not terrible.
But I was talking about Pittsburgh. They've got one of the best power play percentages, one of the best save percentages. They also got 2 shutouts this season, tied for first with the Wild and the Rangers. So keep an eye on Pittsburgh. Their record hasn't quite shown it just yet, but I think they're going to be a dangerous squad this season.
Man, this is just the best time in sports. If the Rockies made the playoffs, it would have been last month. But they're way out of it. They want 2 hands and a couple of toes, and you can count how many games the Rockies won on fingers and toes. They're awful.
Yeah.
Perfect time of year.
I forgot. Did they set the record or not for worst season? I think they just barely missed it.
They set the record for the worst start. I think in the first 40 games, they had the worst record of all time, but they won enough games that they didn't pass the White Sox from last year, from the year before.
That's too bad.
Yeah. I mean, at least we could have broken 2 records in one season and then moved on from our GM, which we still haven't hired a new general manager yet for the Rockies. So we'll see what goes on.
All right.
Further updates ensue.
Well, we'll move us on here, Caveman, for some time constraints. We've got men's basketball tipping off for college.
Which team I'm talking about this week.
Oh, yeah. Only a few games to start the season. Looking at the top 25 here, St. John's coming off a loss. I believe it was to who did they lose to? Was it I think it was Bama. They played Bama earlier in the week. They're coming off a loss to them. Louisville beat Kentucky last night. You had Illinois getting a big victory over Texas Tech. Gonzaga took down Creighton last night. So we've had some solid top 25 matchups. And then, Monday night, it was Iowa State getting a victory over Mississippi State. I'm trying to find that St. John's game. It was Alabama. This game, man, both of these teams are going to be crazy on offense this year. If this game's any indicator, 103-96. Arkansas was defeated by Michigan State. So, we've already had some pretty premier matchups this season. Looking at your top 25, Houston still sitting up at top. The reigning champs, Florida, are 1-1, sitting at 10. You've got some teams that are looking to be powerhouses again. Duke, UConn, Purdue. rounding out the top 4 in inverse order. Arizona, Caveman, your Wildcats.
Just wait till I get to them.
They're at 5.
5th team in the country.
Michigan at 6. BYU at 7. Bama 8. Kentucky 9. And and Florida at 10. It's going to be an exciting season, that's for sure.
I'm ready, man.
And some of your best players so far this season, JT Toppin back for another year at Texas Tech, averaging 33 right now in 32 games. Villanova's got an impressive big man, Duke Brennan, leading the nation in rebounds. Braden Smith running it back at Purdue, doing what he does, leading the nation in assists per game. Yeah, so some familiar faces, some exciting new ones coming up as well. I forget his name, but BYU's got a dangerous freshman.
Oh yeah, AJ DeBonsa.
DeBonsa, that's his name.
I think they may be a little bit overrated. They're just a young team. They're really fresh. And I don't know how that's going to work out for them when it comes down to the tournament or those conference tournaments.
I think DeBonza is projected as like a one and done type prospect.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Going to the NBA.
Shifting it over to the Big 12, though, there's a lot of teams that are in the top 25 to start the season. And Kansas looking to be pretty solid. They may be one of those dark horse teams that you pick later on. They don't have as much hype as they've had in previous years. But my squad, the main update that I have for Arizona, Bryce James, looks like he's going to be redshirted this year. They played Northern Arizona last night. They were up by 40. They were letting the walk-ons come onto the floor, man. Bryce James out. Whereas the fans wanted to see him. They were chanting Bryce James. Unfortunate that he's probably going to be redshirted for the rest of the year. Didn't come in when they were up 40. But they've got a big game coming up. That 5th team in the country. Continuing their non-conference play on Friday with a throwback to Pac-12 basketball, man. Arizona is visiting UCLA to play the 15 Bruins, man. This game, it says that they're heavily favored, man, but this game could definitely be a trap game for Arizona. This would be one that they drop. They're obviously going to have a big game from Koa Pete. He'll give his 20 on 50%. You know, he'll have a good night. But they got to watch out for the rest of this UCLA team because they're going to be there. The Big Ten isn't a slouch either in college basketball. So this is going to be a tough game. Yeah. That primetime Hall of Fame series.
I think we're going to get a return to some Big 12 dominance here in basketball this year. But the Big Ten certainly got some exciting teams coming out of there as well. The Big East definitely does still have some of their powerhouses. UConn, Creighton, St. John's, who haven't gotten off to a great start. I think teams like Villanova, Xavier, Marquette, who's not ranked, all could have some resurgent years as well. Same with Butler. It's exciting, but yeah, again, you're definitely right. Looking at the Big 12, I mean, there's some dominant teams in here.
I think I might know the reason why. A lot of teams got 7-footers on them. Arizona, they've got Toby Awaka. He's their leading rebounder, giving them pretty much a double-double last night, 10, 9, and 1 in 20 minutes, averaging about a block a game. But there is plenty of other guys that are just going insane this year, and they're above that 7-foot mark. We're seeing a lot of people that are looking to make a name for themselves in college basketball. Young 7-footers. It's interesting to see, man, because they're really athletic. Let's take a look at these clips, man, because Colorado has one. But maybe the Big 12 will hit close to home a little bit more this season for us. We will be watching out for the other teams. Let's check it out.
2 fouls now.
Yeah, it's a team blow.
Taken away by Colorado. Look out! Bang got deck! Arizona State opening their year with a couple of whack opponents. Here's Jop on a step back three. Watch out!
Barrington come from? So there's an alley-oop to Dak. Holy cow!
Great dive for the Blues ball.
It's the big fella Jop running the floor inside. Howell.
Dak right around Phillips. Oh my goodness!
You love to see it. You love to see the young big fellas out there getting dunks early in the season, get big minutes. You know they're going to be pieces for them moving on in the future as they build their teams, man. It's going to be awesome.
It's very exciting. Yeah, the Big 12 is going to be cinema to watch this year, and I just can't wait to see some of the 7-footers in March, what their impact's going to be. Season's just started, though. We've got a long way till March, a long season. Hopefully everybody can stay healthy and get to March with some good health going. But we're coming up on 9:10 here. We're going to go ahead. I know you guys might have saw me getting the notepad out there, getting everyone's favorite segment, team building exercise.
I'm putting together a special team.
Back at it again. 20 running backs, all-time career rushing yards. We want 300,000 total. And again, the rules are send in 4 numbers to double. We changed it. And then our wheel, of course, we've got every team on here as well as your choice space. Sorry, I was pulling up our wheel here, getting everything ready. But we're back on Spin the Wheel. Let's get it going with our first spin.
Again.
Drop a comment for those 4 numbers that you want us to double. And we got the Chiefs.
Marcus Allen. I believe that's our start for this one.
Let's hit it.
That's going to give us a good start to this one with 12,243.
And now we've got the Cincinnati Bengals.
Already, that is Corey Dillon, right?
Yep, that was Dillon.
We
learned that one last week from Mohawk. That's a perfect spin right here.
Always.
St. Louis
or
LA.
Sure not to forget about Corey Dillon.
And we got our numbers here. Shout out Brody. Oh, do you want to say it or should I?
Oh, he's giving us a viral moment. Going to be 6, 7, 12, and 16.
I was about to just say it without even thinking. I was like, man, I walk right into it.
All right. So I think with the Rams, we want to take ED.
That's our first pick. Dickerson.
Yeah, that's a cool 13,259.
And now we got the Ravens.
The Ravens. King Henry.
This is got to go King Henry.
Did you know this is a crazy of a true stat? Derrick Henry in his what is it now, 11-year NFL career has just officially caught up to his rushing or surpassed his rushing yard total from when he was in high school.
My God.
That's how dominant he was. Get out of here, pop-up ads.
Goodness. Vikings.
But getting to 12,127. Vikings. I mean, Adrian Peterson, right?
Yeah, that's an obvious pick there. That's our guy. Later on, that's when it gets kind of hard for the Vikings. And we get the Titans. Just got Derrick Henry.
Do we go, what's his face? Earl Campbell from when they were the Oilers?
Oh, let's give that a shot. Let's give that a shot.
Earl the Pearl Camel. I mean, he had a pretty long career. That's not a bad one. We get 9,407.
Okay. Okay.
No way, Caveman. He was also a New Orleans Saint.
Really?
From 90 or 84 to 85.
Huh.
Didn't know that.
Was that his last year?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a good poll for later on. Bengals again.
Oh, well, sweet. We do get the double Earl Campbell's numbers.
So this
all
one's
right.
also a double, and we're on 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do can we get a yo in the chat here for a respin? Get us off of the Bengals.
You might need a yo.
Not a major fan of this. One of those franchises, dude. They don't have a whole lot of good options.
Because it's garbage.
Trying to think if there's somebody I'm spacing on here. It's like Corey Dillon. That's about it. I mean, we could maybe go Joe Mixon. That's going to be around 8K, I believe. All right, we got it. Give us that respin.
Got the yo. All right, let's go. We'll take
Appreciate it. Kara and Brody both coming in clutch here. That's strike one.
Are you serious? Let's go. We
Bears.
almost got the Bengals again, but we land on the Chicago Bears.
All right, that is
Walter
going to be
Payton.
sweetness all day.
Shout out to my mom for dropping the yo. Clutch performer of the episode right there. We may need some more later on.
We get the double 16,726 rushing yards.
Now that's really a clutch yo right there. That's really a clutch yo. And we get the Chiefs.
Greatest to do it. Do we rock Priest Holmes here?
Let's do it.
The
I think that's next up.
Speaking of Priest, y'all ever see that movie? It's called Priest, starring the guy that did that played Vision. What's his name?
I have not seen that movie. No.
It's fire. I'm blanking on his name. Paul Bettany, I think. But he was Vision. He played Vision. They're vampires that are just jacking up the planet. So they're these like super soldiers that are also like religious leaders.
Take LT. I'll have to check that movie out. I've never heard of that.
It's kind of fire. I mean, it's like one of your classic like mid 2000s like sci-fi type of action thriller movie.
Okay.
So you said we got the Chargers?
Yep.
Okay, we'll be going LT.
Easy money right there.
On that.
I had to let that one soak. Up there. We hardly ever get them.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Frank Gore.
We get the Niners.
Yes, sir. San Francisco. That's good back-to-back spins right there. 3 in a row, actually.
So bang, we get 13,684, and we also get 16,000 even.
There we go. We got the Niners again.
Dang, man, I was just talking about this guy the other day, and I can't remember his name. Good. Started with a G, I think. Man.
It was last week?
No, it wasn't last week. I saw a video about him on TikTok. I spaced his name, but it's not coming to me. We're going to have to go with somebody else. Who else was a solid Niners running back? We got CMC.
CMC. Why am I just blanking on the Niners?
Yeah, dude, I don't. I don't know, man. It's I think we might have to go with CNC.
That might be the pick.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Brody knows what movie I'm talking about.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, I think I got I think it's Garrison something. Let me I'm gonna type it into Wikipedia. Garrison, let's see.
Let's see.
Bear with me.
Let's see.
Hey, Garrison Hurst. That's what it is.
Garrison Hurst. All right. Let's try it out. Let's see his total.
I could not remember his name for the life of me. And then it just came to me.
Ah. So we got the freaking Titans again.
Dang. All right. Garrison Hurst was all right. He was 7,966. Got the Titans again?
Yeah.
I really don't want to go Chris Johnson, especially if we get to double this one. Why don't somebody drop a yo?
Oh, we need a yo.
Give us that respin. Because we've already used up Earl Campbell, no King Henry, got like CJ2K. I mean, man, did Sean Alexander? Why do I think like he played there when he was washed up? We might go.
Well, that actually might be a good pull. Hang on, check that.
We're gonna double check that. Nah, he didn't. Oh, actually, did we get that yo yet?
We got
did.
two of them.
Just give us a respin.
Let's do it.
I think we'll just see if we get something better here. Eddie George was what I was thinking of. The Texans?
Oh yeah, freaking Blake.
Is that what that says? The Texans?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Dang, there's somebody we're forgetting here. Come on, Caveman, we gotta dig deep. Or we potentially just risk having no more yos the rest of the game.
Was it 1 week that we found out that Marshawn Lynch was a Texan? Or was it like Frank Gore that we found out was a Texan?
I think it was Frank Gore. I can check Marshawn's teams real quick. I think he was just a Bill, a Seahawk, and a Raider. Unfortunately. Yep. Yeah, those are his only 3 teams. I got nothing, man.
I know, dude.
I think we kind of fumbled. Could have gone with Eddie George on the Titans one. He came to me just too late.
Crap.
Yes,
we might just have to go Joe Mixon.
Yeah, let's just go with Joe Mixon. At least he's doubled. That'll stop the bleeding somewhat.
Oh.
Here we go. This is the wheel just taking over and going maximum pain.
Got the Bears. Again.
Oh, that's not awful. We can go with
At Forte.
Oh, Mixon's got like 7,428, so we can
That's
get
not
the double
bad.
that. Yeah, well, let's go Matt Forte. I don't think that's a terrible option. Yeah, it was all right. Keeps us alive, I think. 9,766.
Saints here. Well, we got Adrian Peterson.
So go Ricky
Williams.
Ricky Williams. That is 10,009.
Ooh, we almost landed on your choice, but we'll take the Patriots.
I believe Steven Jackson was there, right?
I think so.
I want to double check that before we do the search, but
before we lock it in.
Okay.
Let's see.
You want to give me the NFL player? Okay, there we go. Yeah, sorry, he was a
Patriot.
He was a Patriot for like the final year of his career.
We'll take that.
All right. Now
Jags.
All right. I'm blanking on his name, but is it Fred Taylor?
Fred Taylor.
Yeah.
That's who we got last week.
All right, we get to double this one, so that'll be
a good pick.
Solid. Let me write down Fred Taylor, grab his rushing yards. All right, we got 4 names left to pick from.
And one of them is going to be from the Titans. So I think we'll go Eddie George now. It spun back to the Titans. Do we want to try to get another Yo, or do we want to do Eddie George?
I said we go Eddie George, man.
I think that's
I keep forgetting about him, but he was a beast. Eddie George. Yeah, bang, that's 10,441. We would have gotten a double that if we didn't fumble.
Dang. That's unfortunate.
That's all right, though.
Because we got the Cowboys next.
Oh.
We can just show Emmitt Smith.
Yeah. That'll help with our. That'll help the average. 18,355 will always help.
Panthers.
The Panthers. We got one more, Yo, don't we?
We do.
I say we use that. Let's get off of this one.
Drop a Yo. Somebody help us out.
We could use like Jonathan Stewart or D'Angelo Williams, but I think it's just more beneficial if we try it. Try a different name for one of our last 2.
We gotta hope that we can get a better spin in Carolina here. Somebody drop a Yo.
Carolina's got to be one of the worst teams to do from this, because they've got
a better squad. There it is.
Spin to win it. We got 2 more left here.
Saints.
Could go Mark Ingram potentially.
I think Mark Ingram is going to have the most now.
Well, we're on with him. He's not. All right. 8,000 111 yards. That's not terrible. All right, we got one more spin here.
Kamara is nearly there to being our leading rusher, but it's a lot of receiving yards that he's gotten in his career. Well, let's see.
One final spin here.
And it's on the Cowboys.
Mr. Herschel Walker, I suppose.
Let's do it. That's not a bad final spin.
That'll give us, let me see here.
That's not a bad final spin.
Where is he, Herschel Walker?
I can't lie, this week's wheel not as bad to us.
Didn't have too many repeats and just absolutely brutal spins. But Herschel's going to give us a cool 8,225. So not terrible. But we're going to go ahead and hit our third and final break. Give me a chance to add up all this. So stay tuned. When we come back, we'll let you know if we passed or beat this week's challenge. And then we'll have our week 11 NFL picks coming up for you here on Till the Final Whistle, presented by Military Broadcast Radio.
Souls cast a shadow when they leave the host body. I wonder if you could feel the ocean if you use the depth of me. I was searching for a sign. I was lost, but now I'm fine. Throw me a line and reel me in. Oh, please reel me in. Won't you reel me in? Just reel me in. And if you lived a good life, would you come back a better man? Does it not even matter? As everything fades out and then you're dead. I was searching for a sign. I was lost, but now I'm fine. Throw me a line and reel me in. Please reel me in. Won't you reel me in? Just reel me in. Come on. Won't you reel me in? Please reel me in. Won't you reel me in? Just reel me in. Oh, I'm lost, searching for some meaning. Come on, break down, catch another feeling. Come on, I'm lost, searching for some meaning. Come on, break down, catch another feeling. And you gotta reel me in. Oh, please reel me in. Just reel me in.
Penalty on YOU. Delay of game. 5 seconds before the show. But hey, thanks for watching.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
You are looking live at Till the Final Whistle, everybody. We are back again from our final music break. And HG, man, he's got some unfortunate news for everybody. Go ahead and tell him.
Didn't quite get there this week, either.
We just suck, man.
263,208. We didn't get two great doubles, like getting Mixon and Campbell.
Because it's garbage.
Weren't stellar. If we really want to get like somebody probably that's like 12K or higher, honestly.
On those doubles, yeah.
That's just like, that's where we can get a big splash and a big jump, but that's like 18,814 when you double Campbell's rushing totals, 14,856 when you double Mixon's. Are not bad, but unless like every other person that we have is above 10K rushing yards, they're not going to move the needle as much. But we're getting closer there.
We're doing better. Our ball knowledge is improving.
Forgetting Eddie George was that was just a bonehead move on my
me too, man. My dad's a freaking Titans fan.
my part. I can't believe we've been spacing him so much. Like, we keep going to Chris Johnson before Eddie George if we've already got Henry.
Chris Johnson, man, he's not even really a good pick. He had too short of a career.
He had that one 2,000 yard season really carries him, but
he's only around 7,000. Shout out Brody.
He did it again.
Shout out Brody, man.
Hey, look at there they are.
Well, let's take a look at the standings and pick them, because boy is Kyle right. We're kind of lucky that he missed week 1 because he's only 6 games behind me. He's got a 62% win rate this year in pick'em. He's killing us, dude. He's killing us. We had 3 people get 20 points though in this week. I really needed it because I'm only now back a couple games from Mercury and H Train, which means I'm right on the tail of Mohawk and Jimmy Covers as well in those 1 and 2 spots.
Mohawk he's got a 1-game lead on Jimmy, 93 and 55 versus 92 and 56.
You could have extended that lead, boys, if you picked the Saints. That's all I'm saying.
Should have gone with the Saints.
That's all I'm saying, man.
I'm out 90 and 58. Caveman's 88 and 60. But Kyle, man, he missed week 1. He's 82 and 50. It's crazy. He's only 11 leads or 11 wins back from first place.
He's right on our tail.
He's already lapped Lucas, who did miss a week. To be fair,
there was 1 week he forgot to lock in his picks as well. He said it never saved for him. So, yeah.
That's what you got to hit the commissioner up, man. I can help you out there.
Missed opportunity there, but he's still right in it. I ain't even gonna lie. Well, let's take a look at the slate. New England and New York. It's in Foxborough too. It's not even gonna be a good game. This is just gonna be a beatdown.
Excuse me. Yeah, Justin Fields, outside of 142-yard touchdown that Brees Hall took to the house on the screen pass, threw for 12 yards. And this Jets defense we saw got carved up by the Cowboys, somebody else. Tampa a little bit.
It's going to get carved up even worse now.
New England's got like one of the most explosive offenses in the league. You don't have Sauce Gardner there.
No Sauce. Quinnen Williams is gone. Your run defense got a little bit worse.
Yeah. I got New England by a lot.
Landslide victory.
All right. We got like a punishment for Spain, apparently. Our first ever NFL Madrid game. And the NFL rolling out Washington Commanders versus the Miami Dolphins. Miami's offense kind of been getting it going, and the Commanders' defense is terrible. You got Waddle and Achane playing really well.
They're killing it
right now. They don't really have a super good pass rush for Miami to speak of. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think there could be some big plays in this one just because of how porous this Commanders defense is, and the Dolphins defense hasn't been much better, so you might get some big plays from Debo or Terry McLaurin. This has the potential to be like a bad team, like a game between bad teams that turns out to be like mildly interesting, or somewhat interesting, just because they both got so many weaknesses that it'll be easy for the other team to exploit those weaknesses. But then again, it is Miami and Washington. They've been pretty bad this year.
Dude,
but for the people of Spain, I'm hoping it's just one of those dumb bad team shootouts.
This has potential. The Commanders, if they lose this game by 21 or more points, be the first team of all time to lose 5 games in a row and lose them all by 21 or more points.
Wait, you're joking. There's no way they've lost that badly.
I'm serious.
Okay,
I'm
man.
serious.
Okay, man.
I'm
Okay,
dead
man.
serious.
Okay, man. There's no way.
They will be the first team in NFL history to lose 5 games in a row by 21 or more points if the Miami Dolphins do that in Madrid.
Let's see. They lost 44-22 to the Cowboys. They lost 28-7 to the Chiefs. They lost 38-14 to the Seahawks, and then 44. Oh my God, you're right.
So the Miami Dolphins can make
God.
history.
They've lost 4 straight games by 21 or more points.
4. I think that's a record in its own. It's got to be, right? The 4
Dude.
games in a row.
What the heck? Oh my God. Yeah. That's crazy to be a year removed from the NFC Championship, and now you're looking to set a record for most losses by 3 touchdowns or more.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't realize
it's bad.
That bad, man.
It's bad. Another update for Washington. I saw the clip. Go look at Deron Payne's Instagram story. Amon-Ra St. Brown punched him in the face first, right in front of a ref.
Ref didn't even care.
Ref just tried to break it up. I'm going with Miami. I hope they break the record. They made history. Their offense made history before, 70-20.
They can do it again.
They can do it again. Now we've got another. This might actually be a good game. Carolina.
Revenge game for Atlanta. I don't know. Like, the Falcons have been all over the place. But also, I mean, thank goodness this game is in the 11 o'clock window. Because, man, these two teams are not very good. The quarterback play is going to be bad. Bryce Young has, I think, like the past maybe 3 weeks, at least the past 2 weeks, thrown for less than 130 yards. And Michael Penix has been incredibly inaccurate.
Nah, he got picked up. He got picked off by Alontae Taylor.
I'm gonna go with Atlanta. I'm gonna go with Atlanta, just for the fact that I think they got better skill position players to break through. Tampa Bay and Buffalo. I'm going with the Bucks here.
Honestly, yeah, I think their defense, Todd Bowles, is gonna go crazy.
He likes to blitz a lot. Josh Allen's been kind of getting wrecked by the blitz this year.
Their run block hasn't been as great either. They were like red hot in the run.
I feel like
the season.
Tampa, that was sort of a one-off with how bad their run defense was, that I think it'll be better. And again, like when the Bills can't run the football, their offense really struggles. I do actually see this being more of a shootout, but I just think ultimately Tampa's going to be able to make the play on the flip side of the defensive ball. They're going to be able to eventually limit the run, or they're going to have that big blitz that creates a swing momentum shifting type of play and helps them get that W. But like a 35-31 type ball game would not shock me here. Both these defenses have been pretty
bad.
Pretty suspect. All right,
I'll
dude.
go Tampa as well. I want to pick Buffalo. They kind of need a bounce back, and they're at home. Man, who's going to stop freaking that offensive rookie of the year? And you got to give it to him already. Big Buka.
Yeah.
Went crazy last week.
That Bills secondary is still banged up too, man.
Might be Tez Johnson freaking 3 touchdown day.
Literally.
Now we got Jacksonville and LA. It's going to be in Duval.
Really interesting matchup here. I'm kind of going to give this one to Jacksonville. I think they had a bit of a collapse, but they played a really great 3 quarters. They've got a great pass rush. And I just think, and some playmakers back there in the secondary, I just think that the pressure Herbert's going to probably be under all game is going to make a big difference in this one.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville too.
This one's going to be low scoring. Like genuinely, it might be like 16-13, 20-17, something like that. Because that's really like both squads are going to have to rely heavily, I think, on their defense. Jacksonville just can't get any consistency going. Their offense should be better than it has been. See if Brian Thomas Jr. is healthy.
I'm actually going to pick the Chargers.
I'm still going to stick with the Jags here. Yeah. Again, both these games are kind of toss-ups here.
Yeah.
I'm going with the team that I think is going to be able to get done more in the trenches and bring some pressure.
Now it's another divisional matchup.
Marvin Harrison Jr., just a little news, went in for surgery for appendicitis and is out for at least a week, possibly longer.
What the? Gee, well, man, ruptured appendix.
Could happen to anybody.
Yeah. It could be fatal, so I'm glad he's okay.
All right, dude. Chicago against Minnesota. I'm going with the Bears here. It's the same reason, man. The Bears defense has been playing really well. And I really think that the McCarthy has not been very careful with the football.
I've got Bears too, just because they do generate a lot of turnovers.
I think they're gonna live and thrive off turnovers.
And
I think
they love to blitz.
They've got a bad taste in their mouth for how they lost that game against
the Giants.
Against the Giants, yeah. I mean, not
the Giants. So they came back.
Yeah, no, like I'm talking earlier in the season when they lost to the Vikings on Monday Night Football at home. I think there'll be a little bit of a revenge case there. And Chicago's honestly playing some better football. I like what he's doing with his legs. He's been he's been a little more on time, more accurate. He's holding on to the ball not quite as long. He's still kind of got an issue with that. And then they've just been running the football really well. So I just think Chicago is top to bottom a more complete team right now.
They weren't really able to get quite as much near anything that they have going now in that first matchup. You're right. Because there was absolutely no pressure on JJ McCarthy in his first start in a primetime game. So I think things are a lot differently.
All right.
For Chicago right now. Now we got Green Bay and New York.
Dude, this is gonna be
I want to say bounce back game for Green Bay, but at the same time, dude, the only players that are healthy on the Giants are on their defense. And they're pretty good. It's not a bad unit.
Yeah, they have been kind of struggling the past few weeks. They've been struggling a little bit against
sucks.
They've been struggling against the run too. It's sort of, and I mean, you got famous Jameis back there, which could be
good or bad.
Could be like the secret weapon or their harbinger of doom, because he'll be slinging a rock, but it's like to who? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, big day.
Yeah. Man, this feels exactly like the type of game Green Bay is going to find a way to lose.
It
It
really does.
I'm going to go with the Packers here. Jimmy, I'm going with the Packers here. But, man, if they lose this, I might actually take you up on that bet about them not winning double-digit games. Because, dang, they look terrible.
Now we've got our third divisional matchup coming up. Bengals are going to Pittsburgh, playing the Steelers. Who do we got here? I'm just going to go with the Steelers. I mean,
man,
we saw this matchup earlier in the year already on primetime, and it was kind of a show.
Now the Bengals can't figure out a way to win the game. Steelers defense has been playing better. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I think that we're not going to see as crazy as a performance. Moving Jalen Ramsey back to free safety definitely has made a difference. And like it seems like the pass rush is finally starting to generate an impact. But now I'm just uncertain on how Rodgers is going to play and what they're going to be like. So I'm taking Pittsburgh. I don't feel great about it though. I really don't.
He had a big game in the last matchup. That's why it kind of makes me lean towards Pittsburgh. Is that it was a duel. It was a quarterback duel that night for sure.
Most definitely. All right.
Divisional
Houston
matchup number 4
versus Tennessee. A lot of divisional matchups this week.
I'm loving it.
I'm going to go with Houston here.
8 divisional matchups. I'm going Houston too.
Houston just has a lot to play for. They're really trying to keep and stay in this playoff race. And again, I pray for Cam Ward with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson coming after him with his offensive line.
And they've kind of figured something out in their offense with Davis Mills. They're somewhat successful.
And there's a good chance CJ Stroud's back anyways.
He's coming back from concussion. Okay.
He's still listed as questionable last I saw.
But it's at least day to day by now.
It does seem like he's trending towards being back in the game.
That is good to hear for Texans fans, though.
And also, like, who's gonna challenge Derek Stingley? I like Ayumanu, Shamiri DK.
Maybe that if you need a random ad, Houston Texans defense
could be the play this week.
Could be the play.
I feel like a lot of people just have that defense already. They've been despite the team's lack of success, they've been really good this year.
They have.
Another division game here. Dude, we got.
This is number 6.
San Francisco taking on Arizona. It's in Arizona. Brock Purdy might be back. Regardless, that team's been playing really well. I think this might be closer than some people think, but I am going to go with the 49ers here.
Arizona's defense locked a few things in.
I don't feel super confident about it. I'm not going to lie, because Arizona's defense has been playing really well.
They locked it in. But I'm still going with the Niners.
Yeah. Guy, you kind of have to. All right, Seattle versus Los Angeles. The Rams, that is. This is another division game. This is a tough one to
game
pick
of the week, dude.
I mean, it's in LA, but that doesn't really do anything for home field advantage, especially when Seattle's not, a short plane trip down.
This is going to be a huge test for the Rams' offensive line. Seattle's defense, man. We don't want to get old Matthew Stafford hit too many times this year. That's been the only worry. Keeping him healthy, keeping him protected. And this pass rush went crazy on Jacoby Brissett last week. I don't think that was just a flash in the pan either. They've been going off.
It's the Sean McVay offensive mind versus the Mike McDonald defensive mind, the rule of the head coaches. I'm going to go with the Rams here, though.
Me too.
I think
they're at home. They're going to be a more experienced team in this one, I think.
I feel like what's going to kill the Seahawks in this one is Anthony Bradford. That guy's been just look up Anthony Bradford on TikTok or YouTube, and you'll probably find like lowlights of him. I'm not going to lie.
He's one of the worst. If the Chargers guard was ranked 36, Anthony Bradford is 37.
And he made some solid blocks in this on the season, and he's good about just like getting guys to go to the ground. But there are like so many times where he is like there will be a play and he just doesn't like block anybody. Like he's just standing around, doesn't make contact with anybody. He just kind of like looks lost out there. feel like the Rams might be able to exploit that. We'll see. I don't feel super confident in the Rams taking it. Again, this is a very coin flippy type of game to me.
Two really explosive offenses, despite that O line and being pretty bad for them.
All right, Baltimore, Cleveland.
7th of the day, 7th divisional game. I'm going with Baltimore.
Got Lamar
They're
back.
red hot.
We saw what they did to this Browns defense, which has been really good this season with a healthy Lamar in there. They didn't even really get anything out of Derrick Henry in that one. So, yeah,
Right
I think this will be.
Ravens want to get back in that playoff conversation, and they'll be right at 500 with a win on Sunday. Boy, do they need it.
I'll definitely be rooting for the Bengals. Just
I know.
Crazy for them, but yeah. All right, then we got the Broncos hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going with the Broncos. I don't care how the offense looks. We want this win badly. I'll tell you that because we went into Kansas City last year, and if Alex Forsyth wasn't just a bum on special teams, we probably walk out of there with a win. But he can't figure out how to block on a field goal attempt. And he gets blown up and our field goal gets blocked instead. It's a revenge week for that game. For that reason, I'm locked in with the boys. Also, like we shut down the Chiefs offense in this game. Phantom illegal contact is what kept a Chiefs drive alive and led to their only touchdown of that game.
I'm sorry. I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm sorry.
You'll regret that.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I mean,
because I think
I appreciate you deciding to put another L in your
I'm sorry.
Your loss column.
I'm all right. That's how it felt last week when you guys were picking the Panthers. And it felt pretty good getting the dub against a divisional opponent. So if you're able to get me in that regard, we'll see next week. Well, I'm going with the Chiefs for now.
Vance Joseph coaching out of his mind. We just need Sean Payton to. He's also coaching out of his mind, but for the wrong way.
That's why I think. So I'm taking Kansas City, just because I don't know if the Broncos' offense is going to be at the consistency. If they pull off a fourth quarter comeback against the Chiefs in some way, that would be sweet. That would be honestly even better.
Dude, Detroit, Philadelphia, this is a doozy on Sunday Night Football. I'm actually going to go with the Eagles here. I know they didn't look great offensively, but man, dude, Jalen Phillips with that pass rush now.
I like the Eagles at home here too.
Oh boy. Yeah, I like home game. That defense is playing great. I think the pass rush is usually better when you got that home crowd behind you anyways. I think that's going to make the big difference in this one. And yeah, it'll be tough for Detroit to be explosive in this one. We'll see if they can. They love their explosives. We'll see if they're going to be able to survive with, having to grind out and earn every yard, which I think is the type of game Eagles on the defensive side of the ball are well equipped to make them play.
That's what they want to play too.
All right.
They're all right with winning games like that.
Secondary is getting healthier by the minute too. And I think we'll see the Eagles offense play a little bit better at home as well. So it could be I think it'll be a fairly high scoring game regardless. Monday Night Football.
Oh geez, man. Dallas by 1 million.
Maybe.
This honestly could just be the Brock Bowers.
I was going to say Brock Bowers
yard
might set some records against this defense. Oh my, yeah. Be a big game for Quinn Williams to be disruptive. The interior of that Las Vegas offensive line's played pretty poorly so far. Jackson Powers Johnson is he going to be healthy? He's been the anchor there in the middle at center, and probably their best offensive linemen. It's just the guards next to him haven't been good. And if he's hurt, he kind of left the game. If he's not healthy and ready to go, I think Quinton Williams and Kenny Clark might be very disruptive there in the middle. I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Going with the Cowboys.
Just because I want the Raiders have a shot to win this one, but I think Gino's going to make it a mistake that costs them because of that interior pressure. Again, I'm going with the pressure. This will be probably a shootout though too. I mean,
I'm hyped for it actually.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Nice, yeah.
I'm gonna pick a score here. I'm gonna go with something fairly high.
I'm just gonna go with 49.
Like 73.
Oh,
38-35.
I like it.
Might be crazy.
I like that.
I just don't see a lot of defense coming in this one. I really don't.
Makes for a good Monday night game.
Yeah.
And both of these teams are out of the conversation for the playoffs. So.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So we have gone over our time. We got to sign off the air here really quick. Thanks again for watching another edition of Till the Final Whistle. We'll be back next Tuesday for Football Frenzy and Wednesday for the normal sports show. We'll catch you guys next time here on Military Broadcast Radio.
Justice Jackson, they captured Herman Goring alive.
Tell me about him.
He's the face of the Nazis. I'm going to put Goring on trial.
Ever escapes the hangman's noose.
Very sure of yourself. No man has ever beaten me.
Goring has to fall.
You don't just have to win, you have to be flawless.
You're walking into a trap.
Knowing what we know now, would you still follow Adolf Hitler?
Nuremberg, rated PG-13, now playing only in theaters.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.